my friends. Welcome back to another episode of the Find a Way podcast with Dusty. Hopefully you're doing well on your journey and you are making progress. This past weekend I got a chance to do the Monumental Marathon, the biggest marathon I have ever been a part of. As far as size, had a good, decent amount of folks with me the entire time. Had a co-pacer that had been pacing that particular marathon for 4 years up into that. Some actual devastating news as two individuals passed away. They say it's unrelated. So essentially what I think happened is they ran the marathon and it wasn't because of, it's kind of weird, it's like not because of the marathon that they had passed away, but essentially I think both of them suffered from cardiac arrest. And they were performing CPR and weren't able to arrive, and it was two separate individuals. I wasn't there or a part of it. I didn't see it happen. I know there were some comments about individuals stating that they had seen someone getting CPR, but I wasn't there or present. I've just noticed that Runner's World, even Monumental, released a statement on it that it was unrelated, and then some others had talked about cardiac arrest. And honestly, that brings me back to a moment, I think it was mile 24, that it was just this huge rush of emotions because it was mile 24 and it was this older woman that was running, and she had the compression items on her shins. It looked like she had been wearing everything to put her in the best position possible to run this race. And there's that moment where you see somebody about to stop, sit down, sometimes even collapse, where their legs get just kind of loose and their back just kind of loosens up a little bit. I noticed that with her, and I was a good distance away to where if I needed to be watchful or call something out or call first aid, I was in a good position to. But she essentially just stopped and started walking, and I think there was the roof of a car that she just passed that she was leaning on, and some folks encouraged her, but she just started breaking down crying. And it just, you just have that moment where it's everything just gets, you get that, it gets really thick in your throat, if you know what I mean. And it was a moment of man, I'm so grateful that I can run. And then I'm pacing a marathon. So a marathon at this point for me in my journey isn't something that I can't do, or is not something that is it's not that it's I can do a marathon. I can help others do a marathon and complete a marathon. And we've got this this woman at mile 24 that is breaking down simply because she can't get to the goal. She can't, she feels like she can't get to the end, that this is all her body's giving her. And I just got so grateful in the moment of hearing the news about the two individuals that had passed. This lady had broke down, and it all just came man, there are times where I take running for granted, or I take the fact that I can get up and use my feet and use my legs and to run and to pace for granted sometimes, and it's a gift. It's an absolute gift to be able to do these things. And I think it's very easy to lose sight of all the things that we can do versus the things that we couldn't. And I think all of us on our journeys, wherever we started our journey, whatever progress, even if it's just a few pounds, there's got to be something that we can measurably say, I couldn't do this before and I can now. And I think it's just a very sobering moment of we've got to be grateful for the things that we can do. And there are a moment that I think a lot of you would say that you would even dream of being where you are now. It would be a dream just to be where you are now. And it's 534-pound Dusty. There's no way there would be any comprehension. I'm trying to think of something so into left field. I am not going to own, like, okay, here we go. Okay, I'm not going to stay the night in Windsor Castle. I don't stay up at night thinking one day, it's not in my mind. It's nowhere near what I'm comprehending. There's no comprehension there. Me pacing a marathon versus being 534 pounds is like thinking about staying the night in Windsor Castle. There's just no way. I can't comprehend it. And it just comes to a moment of like, man, I'm so grateful that I can, because I know that I couldn't. And I think that's a really good moment to really push us on our journey, is doing what I can because at one point I couldn't. And it's just so illuminating that doing what I can because at one point I couldn't. You know, I couldn't walk more than, I think it was 100 feet without my lower back killing me so much where I had to sit down. And now, 100 feet, 26.2 miles within a 4.5, for my PR, within a 3 hour and 43 minute time frame, I'm able to run 26.2 miles. That's wild. So this past weekend was just such a moment of like, just a sobering reminder of the things that I need to be grateful for and the things that I need to be happy with. And also really kind of, let me focus in on the individuals that have passed away. I don't know anything about what happened and about what they went through. Nothing. All I know is that it is a very, very big thing to complete a marathon. There are 8 billion people on the earth. 14 million people have run a marathon. That's 0.01%. It's a very difficult thing. It's a very tough thing. And so to think that you're just going to leisurely get it done, no. Your body needs to be prepared for the marathon. That's why they say give it 4 months. Like if you can run a 5K without stopping, then you can run a half marathon. If you can run a half marathon, you can run a marathon. You've just got to give yourself enough time and training to prepare your body for that. And to think that you're just gonna, that you don't need to train, that you don't need to get your body ready, you've got to get your body ready. And again, I don't know what happened. I know that they had mentioned cardiac arrest. Obviously the body was taxed in a tough spot that happened. But we've just got to be prepared to give our bodies what it needs and prepare it for what it needs to complete 26.2. And then, the fact that we're able to even get a mile, 5 miles, 10, half, a full is a gift. Relating back to that initial, it's a gift. And to really prepare and get ready for get your body ready for that huge accomplishment. So if you ever want to be a part of that 0.01%, just know it's going to take time and it's going to take a lot of work. Just like losing weight, just like going through your weight loss journey, it's going to take work. It's going to take time, but nobody can take it away from you. Like no one, hey, I may gain weight back, but no one ever can take away the fact that I lost 300 pounds and the achievement and the work and the amount of grit it took to lose 300. No one can take that away. I've maintained it for years, and no one can take that away. But you really take the things that you can really walk away with and go, man, no one can take this from me. Those are very powerful, powerful things. So, right there in line with a 9-minute episode, I am just at my destination. So I want to say thank you again for listening to this particular episode, and I'll talk to you on the next one. Take care.